What's up and welcome to Taichung, Taiwan. My name's Luke Martin with ChopstickTravel.com. Today I'm taking you on a tour of this amazing city here in kind of west central Taiwan. So Taichung is a very modern, kind of trendy city, but there's still a lot of good food here. If you didn't see our video from Taichung yesterday, we went to the Fengjia night market, so make sure you check that out. Right now we are in a morning market called the Xiangshang Market. Just taking a little stroll through, looking at all the snacks, listening to all the vendors screaming out their products. And then we are going to grab some breakfast here in a little bit. We are pretty hungry, so let's just check out this market and see what we find. We spotted a little popular stall right inside the market, so we decided we'd stop and try some fresh wontons. So the woman out front was making these up handmade and fresh, and we've got our soup here, wonton soup. So there's a few of these really thin-skinned wontons. I believe it's pork, and then a ton of water spinach in there. Just a little bit of minced pork in there. It's really, the best part is the wrapper. The wrapper is extremely thin and delicate. Let's try a little piece of this water spinach here. Just really simple, natural flavors, a little bit hearty, and a great way to start the day. Let's keep going though, because there's a lot to find here in Taichung. Quick stop at the Xiangshang Market. Really interesting market. Taichung is a mega city, but this is a very traditional style market. It almost reminds us of the Xiangshang Market in Seoul. So that's really interesting. We picked out a spot that's pretty close to here, so we're gonna go over there now and get some more food. We're at our next spot, and just check out the amount of ducks hanging up here. So this is kind of like a Peking roast duck style spot, but man, I don't think I've ever seen so many ducks hanging in one spot before. That's crazy. So they've actually got a very kind of light charcoal heat out of these little buckets underneath the ducks, and then a couple fans on them, I guess just to keep them warm, and then they go over behind me here into these huge ovens to complete the process of roasting them. But this is just so cool. It's like a whole wall of ducks. Okay, so we've got our bag of duck. We ordered half a duck, but actually they don't have any seating inside. It's only takeout. Luckily, our Airbnb is really close to here, so we're just gonna take it back there and try this delicious looking roast duck. All right, we are back at our Airbnb. We have our roast duck, and I have to say I've never seen something quite like that spot here in Taiwan. So let me introduce all the things they gave to you. So traditionally, the roast duck, Peking roast duck, is served with some scallions and also sort of like a tortilla, a very thin wrapper, and then also this sauce, which is usually a mixture of some things, but also hoisin sauce. And then you can see we've got our duck here, that beautiful looking, crispy, golden brown skin. So what I'm gonna do here is assemble my wrap. So they only gave us 3 wraps. I'm just gonna tear off a little piece of this one. I don't think I need quite that much. And then a little bit of sauce, like that. And let's grab, oh, I gotta open up the scallions and grab a scallion. And then maybe I'll just go for a piece from here. Oh, that's a meaty looking piece. And wrap that up. Let's try that. This is awesome. Oh man. Oh yeah. Oh, that is full of flavor. Seriously, that is gonna be one of the best combinations of textures and ingredients. My mouth is watering like crazy. The meat of that duck is naturally beautifully oily. The skin isn't as crispy as I had hoped, but I think that might be because we had to carry it home in a bag, so it might have got a little soggy. The bread is nice and kind of stretchy, and then that crunch from that fresh scallion. Oh man, this is just delicious. Sauce. Oh yeah. Scallion. And let's go for like a piece from the middle with some skin. Too big to wrap, but I'll just eat it like this. Oh man, that's phenomenal. Almost done with our plate of roast duck. Only a few pieces and half of the head remains. I'm gonna try a piece of the skin here. Check that out. That is so oily. And look at, there's only a tiny piece of meat. The meat to skin ratio is enormous with this piece. I'm just gonna try it just by itself. Oh, man. That is just completely turns to oil in your mouth. As I said earlier, it's not as crispy as some roast duck, but man, the flavor of that is incredible. Wow, smoky. Okay, finished with our breakfast this morning, took a little break at our Airbnb, and we are back out for lunch today in Taichung. We have come to a legendary market here called the Second Market, and there is some restaurants in here that we wanted to try out, so let's go inside and find them. So as soon as you walk inside this market, you're going to notice a really popular stall that is selling kind of a really interesting take on a traditional Taiwanese dish. So we ordered it up right here. This is the famous Second Market radish cake. So that's pretty normal in Taiwan to get these radish cakes. You can see underneath here, but the way they do it at this spot is really unique. I've never seen it before. They actually fry an egg on top and then serve it with a glutinous rice sausage. So it's very heavy. It's also topped in two different sauces. This is like a brown sweet sauce, and then it looks like a maybe like a chili based red sauce on the side here. So underneath you can see those big pieces of the radish cake, which are fried egg, and then that sausage, which is also fried, and everyone's eating it. And very interestingly, they actually serve it with a fork. So let's try it. Okay, I'm gonna first just try the radish cake with a little bit of the egg and some of that sweet sauce. Let's try that. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's really good actually. The radish cake is extremely soft. It's got a very thin layer of kind of crispiness on the outside, but very soft on the inside. And that egg is really meaty. That sauce is a little bit sweet as well. So let's try a piece of this this glutinous rice sausage with some of that red sauce on the side. Let's try that. I think that's like a chili bean paste. That rice sausage is really nice actually, and it goes together surprisingly well with the other ingredients. The casing of the rice sausage kind of has a bite to it, but then the inside is really smooth, almost like sticky glutinous rice, and you can kind of feel those individual grains of rice. Really is a unique dish. It's three ingredients that I wouldn't commonly associate going together, but it works. Really interesting, and I love it with this bean paste chili sauce, a little bit spicy. Let's get a little bit of that. Try another bite. That was surprisingly really good, full of flavor, and you can't miss this spot if you come to the second market. It's got the big lineup as soon as you come in. I definitely recommend you try that out, really good. So it's not the biggest market, but there is a lot of famous stalls in here. A lot of the stalls actually are closed as well, but you're definitely not hard pressed to find something good to eat in the second market here in Taichung. So if you walk through the narrow lanes of this market, you will eventually come across a small temple. So you can see right here, really beautiful. It's pretty peaceful in here, seeing as though we're right in the center of the city.
Oh, yeah.
So we picked out another spot in the second market that we really wanted to try, and it was this place selling something called Eemian, which is basically just a simple noodle, but this place is extremely old, several generations, and their noodles are handmade, and it looks delicious. So check out our bowl here. They're kind of flat, thin noodles, and as I mentioned, it is pretty much the simplest form of noodles. I think I saw some bean sprouts in there, some green onions, and just a little bit of pork, and also this shrimp ball. So let me try these out. These look absolutely beautiful. Wow. Well, that actually has an extremely complex flavor for how simple it is. And those noodles just have the perfect kind of mouthfeel. They're perfectly cooked. There's some sort of a spice going in there. I can't really put my tongue on exactly what it is. It's simple, but also full of flavor at the same time. Let's try a bite of this shrimp ball now. Try this out. Oh wow. Oh wow. That's awesome. That's very fresh tasting, really bouncy, kind of airy at the same time. Whew. Okay, that was an amazing lunch. You gotta go try both those dishes. I think that Eemian was my favorite. What do you think?
Yeah, that was really good. It had a really bouncy texture, and that's what made it like really unique. Yeah,
those handmade noodles, you could taste the care and love that goes into them. And also the owners, extremely friendly.
So friendly. They were chatting us up, and they were super nice. They let us come in and film. It was really friendly of them.
So now I think we're pretty full, but there's another place here in Taichung that is very famous. One of the most famous dishes in all of Taiwan was invented there, the boba milk tea. So we're gonna go to the creation of the boba milk tea and try it out there. So we've made it to the restaurant. This place is called Chun Shui First, and this is the birthplace, as I mentioned, of the iconic bubble milk tea. So you can actually order it hot or cold, and they also have all kinds of different foods. We just ordered a small cold milk tea, bubble milk tea. It's a very kind of modern, stylish, little bit touristy restaurant nowadays, but we are sitting outside. We've got our little card here, and our bubble milk tea should be arriving very soon. So here we have the legendary bubble milk tea here in Taichung from the restaurant that invented it, and this looks like any other bubble milk tea I've ever had, but it is quite frothy on the top. So I'm actually just gonna kind of drink some of that so it stops spilling down the side. Oh yeah, tastes good. Okay, let's try. Wow, it's actually very light. The tapioca pearls are really soft. They're not as bouncy as some of the ones I've had before. These ones are really soft but still chewy. And the milk tea is light. It's very kind of natural tea flavored. It's not as creamy as some milk teas are, but that is delicious. A little bit, I mean, you can get any milk tea and it's usually pretty good. A little bit expensive for milk tea at 70 Taiwan dollars for the small, 130 for the large. So a little bit pricey, but definitely I'd recommend you come check this place out. It is an iconic place here in Taichung. Okay guys, that's going to be it for our video today from Taichung City. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think. Hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this. If you didn't see our video from the Fengjia night market, also in Taichung, make sure to check that out. You can click the link down in the description box. And to end today's video, Sabrina's going to let me shoot a boba out of a straw at her forehead. So enjoy. It's stuck. It's still stuck in her head.
Gross.